So this video is about how I dealt with hurt hands, wrists, neck, upper and lower back pain as an artist, and fingers, palms and forearms. This is a video I filmed in the past. Some things are good but didn't solve the root problem. Please take care of your body as an artist or you will regret it. I didn't take it seriously, not even when I recorded this video for the first time. Here are some precautionary tales to take this seriously. Loish, hurt arm, tendonitis, tennis elbow, 2014. She couldn't draw anything for 3 months. Yume, hurt hand, permanently deformed nails, it seems. 3 doctors or more haven't been able to fix it. She comments in this post, nowadays I try to take it easy and take long breaks in between, but the damage that has already been done cannot be undone. I can only draw for so many hours in a day before I have to stop, or I will get pains from my entire hand, arm, and shoulder. I personally love her comics, and she's been forced to use 3D models to draw less, and it's also fortunate that she's a popular artist that has been supported by fans, but still, it has been very tough on her. Jay Walker Pictures, hurt arm. He comments, I was pretty bummed about it because the recovery time for tennis elbow is from 6 months to a year. That's because tendons don't heal as quickly as bones or muscle. I kinda felt I could still manage if I just exercise properly and just strap it. I can just manage the pain and work through it. It has been more than 18 months and it still hasn't improved. Be scared of this and take care of your body. This is really serious. Let me show you how wrong I used to think about this. First disclaimer, you get used to it. Especially if you already have pain, going to a professional is an investment that I would say it's something that it's worth taking. There are things from equipment to knowledge to their analysis of your body that you won't find on YouTube or Google. Based on my own experience, I have gone to the doctor, they have applied to me electrotherapy and other stuff that I do not have at home, for example, or on the internet. They analyzed my own body and the way I was standing. It's worth it. Number 1, prevention. A. Right sitting posture. Lower back and upper back support. If you don't have a right chair, you can just improvise. Put something up so the height of your computer is higher. I used some wooden tables. In case you don't have something super professional, you can find notebooks or other stuff. Make sure that your feet touch the ground. My doctors told me that this thingy was ideal also to be switching legs, and that's a good idea. My doctor also told me I should add a little pillow on the lower back and also to make sure my arms aren't in the air as much as possible. Actually, they should be either on the armchair or on the table, B. Try to use the arm whenever possible over wrist. You don't have to be perfect at it. Don't stress about it. Just when you remember, do it. C. Even if it's at a minimum, working out and or stretching will solve most of the issues. Or help out a lot at least. Not at a minimum. You should always stretch before you draw. Find a short but effective stretching routine that works for you. I have an entire playlist with professionals I consult for education or people that have been hurt in the past and that they have been corrected now. Of course, I mainly do the exercises my doctor sent for me for my particular injury. But this video focuses on general prevention. I want you to make sure to train and stretch your fingers, wrists, forearms, and arms, neck, and shoulders. And yes, you should start slow with the workout. It's okay if you start with walks or something. But the reason why working out is really important is that even though stretching helps a lot, it doesn't strengthen the muscles. For example, the stretching of the wrist, like something like this or something like this, may help, but my wrist is still generally weak. Working out and putting some resistance in order to build your strength is what helps you in the long term. D. Take breaks. At least every hour or every 2 hours, stand up, stretch, whatever. Give your body a break from drawing. I actually got hurt working in 90 minutes intervals, and usually when I went longer, it was only 3 hours. And that was enough to get me hurt. So I would say, and according to my doctor as well, what's ideal is for you to take a break every 30 minutes. Take at least a 5 seconds break or 10 seconds break, in which you make sure to not only continue sitting down but to stand up, to stretch. If in case 30 minutes is too little for you, at least an hour. Stand up, stretch. That's what's called an active break, and it's going to help you so much more than if you just stop work. Okay, now let's focus on the body area. So 2. Neck and back. A. I started out with cornbacks. You can make it yourself or do what I did, which was ask my mother if my grandmother had her cornbacks still, and yes, she did. And I use them a lot, and I do look like a granny, but it helps. You can just place them in a microwave and place them where it hurts. I sometimes did this a couple of times a day. B. This video is the one I always go to, and it helps out so much. Stretching exercises by Psychitruth or any other yoga exercise, but for me it helps out a lot. An important disclaimer: if when you are working out or stretching you feel pain towards relief, that's okay and you may continue. But if you feel pain and it's towards more pain or it's not getting better, stop doing that stretch or exercise right away. I am not a professional, even though I am recommending these videos that have helped me in the past. They are professionals, but they haven't met you personally. So be very careful and listen to your body. Let me explain a little bit about my injury. My injury is in the arm. And I used to have a very strong injury in the neck and shoulders, and I solved that without going to the doctor by following these stretching exercises. But for example, there's one exercise in that video, even though it helps me so much, that particular exercise hurt me a lot. I felt a lot of pain, so I didn't do that exercise. And I feel that's what you have to do for your body, because there are people that continue following the exercises even though they are hurting their body in the process, and then they are worse than when they started. So please listen to your body, and again, if you can consult to a doctor even before everything I am talking about in this video, of course, that's also a good idea. It's very important for me to add the sleeping position. If you sleep front, you should put a pillow under your knees. Ideally, put a very small pillow under your lower back. Or put your feet higher so your back is more straight. If you sleep on the side, put a pillow in between your knees. Try to make sure you have support on the back using a big pillow or something. I personally always need something on my lower back, and sometimes when I am also sleeping in front, I use a pillow for the neck. It depends if I am hurting in that particular area. F. Sometimes while drawing, I have my neck like this naturally, which starts to hurt because it has all the weight from the rest of my body. So even if I look possessed from the outside, I may just change my neck posture every once in a while. Number 3. Hands. This is a big one. Actually, when you become an artist, I don't know if this is normal, but my hands are very swollen from drawing. Some people do benefit from cold water, but for me personally, I have always used hot stuff. So you can boil hot water and then rest a bit watching a movie while soaking your hands on it. It's really effective but takes a bit of time. I wasted a bit more time with that one, so I invested on these things. This is called Hit in a Click, not sponsored anything. You just press this metal thingy and sodium acetate comes out and warms this. I just take a nap sometimes while holding that thing between my hands. And then at the next day, when I am making breakfast or something, I just boil the water and put the globe, and the crystals will melt and go back to the metal. And voila, all new. See, I tend to do certain finger exercises daily when I wake up and stuff. Currently, in this period in my life, is the one type of pain that affects me the most, and I just learned these stretches. That's also why I recommend it. Four, wrists. A. Stretching exercises. Again, psychic truth for me. B. Wrist guards. My aunt is a sweetheart and gave me night wrist guards, and they are very useful, but make sure not depend too much on them. From what I research and my own experience again, when I am using something like this while I am drawing, it hurts more. So I can only use it in my downtime or rest time, when I am making my bed or when I'm just there watching TV or something. That's when I use it. And from what I know, many people do hurt themselves using this while working. It's better to use it on the downtime. Again, that depends on the physical therapist you choose to listen to, and your injury, your body, etc. If it hurts too much, then I will just do stretching exercises, and that's usually enough. Something that I can mention as well is that if you start to hurt, maybe switching your activity also helps, so you can still be productive. So that way I am giving my body a little break while still working. This video is sponsored by ISHAN Comics. He's a writer with several works under his belt. I am actually working on a comic written by him called Lakshmi Bai, about the famous woman who fought for India. Check him out, enjoy his stories, and let's go back to it. So I hope this was useful. You know what to do. Comment, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, check out my comics if you want to, and I hope this really helps you a lot, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!